Hello YouTubers, this is Zombie38. I know I've been out for a while because Florida is super hot and recording this inside my garage is not easy when temperatures reach 97, 98 and sometimes 102. But I decided to sacrifice myself for you guys and bringing you this video about my most expensive PS1 games in my collection. So let's start with the first one. They are in more or less alphabetical order and not by price. So let's start with Batman Forever, the arcade game. This game is used render characters and backgrounds. One of the things that were done a lot in the 90s after Mortal Kombat and Donkey Kong Country started a trend, Resident Evil. So this game goes for around like this is 280 according to price chart. These all are pricing from that website. The prices will vary, according to time. These are prices from 2 weeks ago, so the prices will slightly vary. So don't count in a perfect number, So let's move on to game number 2. Additionally, if you want to save money, you could always download the ROM, or if you want to have the most arcade experience, you could download the ROM for MAME, because it used to be an arcade game, so it's on MAME. You know what is MAME? It's multi-arcade machine emulator. So that's only if you want to play the game, not collect it. So there you go, Batman again, the arcade game, and I was surprised that it was from Acclaim, but they have some bad games and good games too. So let's move on. The next game is Castlevania, and what can I say about Castlevania that hasn't been said before? You're one of the Belmonts and you're in your quest to defeat Dracula, and obviously one of the masterpieces from Konami, Castlevania Symphony of the Night, started one of the ones that follow the Metroidvania style. So there we go, Castlevania. Let me get the price. Yes, Castlevania goes for, according to price charting, goes for 155 complete, not new or anything like that. Just I guess also the black label, because it came on the green label as well. That is the saver one. So let's move on to the next game. The next game in my list, or in my collection, that is, it pulls a few hundred, is Dino Crisis 2. Obviously from Capcom. It's basically Resident Evil with dinosaurs, which is not a bad thing. I haven't played this game. Played the first one first, and Dino Crisis pulls, price wise, according to price charting, is $120. So there you go. You have Dino Crisis, Resident Evil with dinosaurs. But don't take my word. I'm pretty sure it's really good. But I will be playing it later. moving on. Four game in the list. Uh, Four game in my list is Einhander, whatever it's pronounced. This is a space shooter created by Squaresoft. Who will say that Squaresoft will be creating a space shooter when they were big on RPGs? And this is a very good one. And the little that I have played is, I think, is one of the best games ever on the consoles library. This one here. So you must have to have it. It's a must-have, but it's pricey. So according to price charting, it goes for $198. You know, it's no great hits or anything, so they are all black label. So let's move on to the next game. The fifth game on my collection that, you know, is pricey is this one, Jackie Chan Stunt Master, which is basically a side scroller, kind of beat 'em up, but 3D. Very good actually. I played like the first two levels, and it has some quality, and it's sometimes a bit funny. Its backgrounds are 3D, and your character is 3D, and it also surprised me that it comes from Midway, because they put out a bunch of mediocre games, but this one is pretty decent, looks good. A must-have for your PS1 library. Here you go with another game. This one I never played yet, but I promise I will be playing it soon. And here we go with Klonoa, Door to Phantomile, whatever it's called. From Namco. This is a 2.5D side scroller, which looks amazing. I mean, I love the graphics. I probably play it once, but I don't count that as when you play for 1 minute and you just turn off the console and don't come back to the game. That doesn't count. Like, you just play, you just test it. So here we go, Klonoa, Door to Phantomile. This game goes for, this is probably my most expensive game in my collection. It says $400. According to price charting, it was probably $399, but I rounded to 400. Whatever, so the same. So here we go. And if you see this game, just snatch it immediately. Great game and great everything for Sony's first console, the greatest Sony PlayStation. So now let's move on. When I grabbed this game, I never thought it was going to, be pricey. I mean, it cost me $3. So it's this game, sorry. Persona 2 from Atlus. It's one of those horror games that they like to put out. And unfortunately, I don't have the cover or the back cover. It's only the disc. But even with that, this game pulls from, according to price charting, it says that a loose disc like this is $230. Can you believe this? So complete Pro is double. New, I don't know, maybe it will be $800. New, sealed new. Well, I did not check that because I don't care. But yeah, Persona 2 Eternal Punishment. I never played it, so I promise on the continuation of this, I will play all these games and give you my review or my opinion. Let's move on. So now I'm going to show you game number 8, which we're now in the letter R. As you know, we were from P. Um, that sound bad. From Persona 2, now we're moving to the letter R. And here comes one that I wasn't expected to cost this much. It's Ridge Racer Revolution. And as you know, this is the game that basically one of the first game, if not the first game for the PlayStation 1 or PS1, and it came in the long box format that I own as well. Let me pause the video and bring it 1 second. So this is how it looks in the long box format. Those plastic cases that were really flimsy. So apparently it's the same game. It just has some enhancements. Came into a jewel case, and I don't know, maybe some other things, but yeah, Ridge Racer Revolution, according to price chart, is $209. So if you see this one, just get it, even if you have this one, because this is the more valuable one. Whatever, they just add Revolution for, I think it runs better. I don't know, I will have to check that later, but if you're into this, you probably know. You could leave a comment. Hey, you dumb zombie, this is why the game is so valuable. It doesn't matter, thank you. So let's move on to the next game. Well, this game, probably you saw a little bit of it because I was touching to the left side. Those people with good eyes, they're very into details. So you probably saw it lingering to this corner. But it doesn't matter. The game is Rival Schools. This game is a 3D fighter, one-on-one. And it's really amazing because remember, we're talking the 90s here, and Capcom really went, they just had a home run with this game. It plays awesome, great sound. It's Capcom, when you're collecting stuff from Capcom, you're getting the best games. I mean, in every library there's Capcom games, you're having quality games. So here you go, Rival Schools. Let me see, check the other cell phone for how much it goes. $117. So not bad. I mean, I always love these dual cases, jewel cases. But here we go, Rival School, a gem in the systems library of the PS1. But too much crap. I'm talking too much crap, so let's move on to the next game. Okay, on game number 10, this is basically a recent acquisition. I probably have 3 months with this game, and it was a surprise for me when I saw it at my local Goodwill. It wasn't $3. I'm sorry. I'm not going to say how much it cost me, so don't get jealous. It's way less than the price that goes for on price charting. So the game is Shadow Tower. It's a 3D RPG from H Tech, as you can see. and I really love this game. Even I just play a little bit, it's really puts you in the mood. You know, doesn't it's not easy. Um, but I just play like half an hour, but I like what I see. And even I'm not into RPGs anymore like I used to be. Um, I lost the interest after Super Nintendo because they start getting too complicated, too long, blah blah blah. So Shadow Tower on the price charting goes for $340 complete. Like I have. Let me prove you that I have the disc. There you go. And it's in good shape. So let's move on. And I promise to show gameplay while I'm showing you all this, a little bit of gameplay. If not, if I don't do it on this video, I will create all this playing the best, the most expensive games, playing each one. So there you go, Shadow Tower, or your lovely PS1, one of the greatest systems from Sony. The first and one of the greatest. Moving on. So game number 11. It's a game that I just played 1 minute only. Shame on me, I know. Sucks. But with so many games and a library as huge as the PS1 has, there's no time to play everything out for hours. You have to sometimes just test it and see if you like it. But here we go. It's Silent Hill, where you are investigating something on this town that has this massive fog, whatever. And I don't know nothing else. Harry Mason and his daughter Cheryl are driving to their favorite vacation spot. Late at night, a figure suddenly appears from out of the darkness. Harry turned the wheel in panic, and the car careens off the road, knocking Harry unconscious. Awakening sometime later, he realizes that Cheryl is missing. Stumbling out of the wreckage, he heads towards the small town of Silent Hill. Okay, that's the plot right there. So Silent Hill, my game number 11 goes for $237. That's the proof. It's a creepy game. So I recommend it to play on a CRT. So like this one here, I love this TV because it will give you the best graphics, believe it or not. So there you go. Silent Hill on the PS1. And yeah, 237, just in case I didn't mention, probably I did, but whatever. $237 according to price charting. Moving on. Here we are on game number 12 out of 14 games. So here we have Suikoden 2 from Konami, an RPG, those 2D RPGs that are loved by many, that basically we inherit this from Super Nintendo. You know, they make it bigger and better because the CD format. Suikoden. I'm not saying that the game came from Super Nintendo. I'm just saying that the style, because the Suikoden 1 and it came on PS1. All right, so Suikoden goes for $182. That price is obviously from price charting from 2 weeks ago, and I really like this game. I mean the art. I haven't played it, but I'm pretty sure it's a good game. There's modern ways to play this game. You know, I guess it has been ported to Switch, like they remade it or not remade it, like they remaster it, something like that. PS4, PS5, Xbox, but whatever. Suikoden 2 for your PS1, one of the most beloved RPGs and expensive for the PS1. So let's move on to game number 13. For game number 13, I have this game called Tomba. It's a dude with a pink hair fighting, or you know, his enemies are pinky pigs or whatever. It's a 2.5 side scroller, but mostly the backgrounds are 3D. Platformer, you know, evil pigs, man-eating plants, hidden paths. Is the first one. That's the second one. That's a sequel of this one. So the sequel goes for more money than this one. But according to price charting, it goes for $109. And this is just the first one. The second one probably double that. I've never seen the second one, but I believe it. So Tomba, let me open it right quick. Yep, the game's still there. I played a little, maybe 10 minutes, and it's kind of hard to get into it because the controllers are not easy to master. I mean, you have to get used to it. But I promise I will be playing it on a second video that it will be related to this one. So here we go. Tomba on the PS1. $109 game according to price chart. Continuing with the last game. Well, if you have if you're still here watching, I really thank you for your commitment. That you are through PS1 fan, and the last game that of my pricey, you know, the most expensive games on my collection is Valkyrie Profile. I think this is an RPG, kind of 2D. I can't tell. Yeah, I think it's 2D. Yeah, it's 2D. Probably backgrounds are 3D. I don't know. Let's see what it says. The gods are at war. You must gather the souls of fallen warriors and train them to fight Odin's side. From the creators of Star Ocean, the second story. Valkyrie Profile sets new standard for role playing on the PlayStation 1. Epic storyline, multiple endings, intricate characters development, innovative combo-driven combat system, stunning hand-painted backdrops, and animated visuals, spectacular special effects. Well, that's a lot of promise right there. So here we go. And how much money it will drain you? According to, again, and for the last time, price charting has this game for $250 complete. Not new or not missing anything. It's just the way that I'm showing you here. And $250 is, it's, you know, it's a good chunk of money. And I love this double. So I have both discs, this one and this too. So I'm set. I also, one thing from that era is that they give you those art in the background. That's really cool. I really like that. Hey, well, I noticed this. I don't have the manual. Oh well, it doesn't matter. Not gonna play it for a while. When I create that video playing everything. So there you go. 14 games of my PS1 collection. I have like 150 games, so my criteria of getting games is it has to be something that I will see myself playing it, even if something that I don't like much anymore, like RPGs. But so I don't buy every game just because it's a PS1 game. I just filter them out. I leave the crap for vendors and stuff like that. So with that in mind, just remember, don't you just want to play the game? You just look for new. I mean, the alternatives to play these games are out there. You know what I mean? You don't have to, fork out hundreds and hundreds and even thousands of dollars just to get these games. You could play them some other ways, and developers are getting smarter and bringing these games to the new consoles. So just do what you have to do. You see something in a decent price, let's say this is $250, and you see it for 60 or maybe $80. That's not exactly, earth-shattering price, good deal, but it's way better than $250. That's the way. Or trade things, to make some value, and then you could get the game even if it's expensive. So enough of blah blah blah. Zombie 38 out. My next video will be regarding these games. I will be playing them all, and my opinion. Thank you for watching. Zombie 38 here with the most expensive games in my collection for the PS1. Have a wonderful day. Bye bye. And I'm really sweaty here. It's probably 97 or 96. Bye bye.